What is going on, guys? Ryan Nelson here, and yes, it's true. I did get scammed. As cautious as I am, as careful as I am about people that approach me about things, I got scammed. But let me show you how it all went down so it does not happen to you. So it started out like a normal day. Woke up, made my coffee, opened up my laptop to check my email. No, wait, it wasn't my laptop, it was my phone. I was using my phone. So I open my email and I find this. Hi, I'm a fashion and lifestyle writer and editor at W Magazine. Saw your profile on workbook.com. Well, that's a little weird, but okay. I'm working on a project for the new year, compiling shots for wmagazine.com, fashions page, blah, blah, blah. So at this point, I'm like, well, this is weird. They found me on Workbook. Okay, I put a listing on Workbook maybe 10 plus years ago, and then they want me to shoot fashion. It's not my thing. I can do it. I've done it before. It's been a while, but nobody approaches me about fashion anymore. So, okay, sure, whatever. And then the email goes on to say, as a photographer, you're gonna concept, produce, shoot, all this stuff, 24 images, 2 models, hair, makeup artists. So at this point, everything's looking pretty legit. They've attached a job description, number of shots, models, hair and makeup. They're through an online magazine, wmagazine.com. And then if you Google search the name that I came from, he's associated with W Magazine. Okay, seems pretty legit. Yeah, I'm interested. Okay, what's next? So I get an email back, maybe a little more detailed than I was expecting. Hi, yeah, thanks. My week's been busy. Sorry it took so long to get back to you, which you would expect for somebody who lives in New York and works in a fashion industry. I would imagine New York fashion people are pretty busy. Wouldn't you? Anyway, so the follow-up email goes on to break down that you'll be working with an agency that's providing models, hair, makeup. The budget for the project is $6,400. Your cut is $2,300. The talent agency gets $4,100. You pay the talent agency, which, okay, that's weird, but I've never really worked in fashion, so maybe that's the way it works, at least for this job. Okay, cool, we're moving forward. And then after I proved that the job was done, usually by watermarked images, again, another weird thing, then they would send me the remaining balance of $1,500. Another weird thing, but okay. Still rolling with it, still going. Then the email goes on a little bit more in depth about the description of the job, the look they want, the feel, a couple locations. They just want to split it up a little bit, and just wanting to know that I'm comfortable with doing all this, handling it. Send them my name, address, and they will get me a check cut right away. Okay, done. We're on it. We're moving forward with this job. At this point, about another day goes by and I hear back saying, thanks for confirming your details. We're still working with the agency. We're gonna put you in touch with them soon. Okay? Okay. So a couple more days went by and I finally get a follow-up email with details about the modeling agency and a contact over there. And this is when things the red flags start to go up a little bit higher, but not overall, like I'm not spending any money yet, so okay, whatever, we'll just keep rolling with it and see what happens. So the email has the modeling agency, I Googled them, nothing comes up. Okay, if you guys are this big, you're probably gonna have a web presence. So I Googled the name of the contact, I get a little bit of information. It seems like somebody who's online, but not really online. And that's where I'm at. Okay, these are real people that I'm talking to, or at least real names of real people, which in the end, yes, I know that I was not talking to these people. I was just talking to people pretending to be other people. Also, with this email, with the contact information, I get mood boards. So, the wardrobe we're looking for, kind of the style we're looking for, lighting, looks with the models. So, okay, that seems pretty legit. Email's kind of weird. I don't know, this is weird, but things seem legit, so we're gonna keep going. So I emailed the contact at the modeling agency. It's an @reborn.com address. So reborn.com goes nowhere associated with a modeling agency. Anyway, so I hear back from the contact. He sends me 2 models, sends me their headshots, their cards, their info, and then their contact info, their rep contact info is on the card. Another weird thing, that email address was an @USA.com. USA.com is not a modeling agency, just FYI. So at this point, I have the models, I have a contract coming on the way to sign so I can get paid, and I'm about to go scout a location. So I respond, I'm like, yeah, everything's looking great here. I'm thinking of shooting on February 14th, not even thinking that it's Valentine's Day. Didn't even cross my mind. We'll get to that in a little bit. So I do respond to that email, and then suddenly it gets kicked back to me. So I try to respond again, gets kicked back to me again. I have a phone number for him, so I just copy and paste the email and text it to him. So a day later, I get an email back from him saying, hey, sorry, my business email is down due to whatever stupid reason. And now just email me on my personal email, which is a Gmail. So in the meantime, I go out, I scout the location, I take some scouting shots, I email those over to him, and then I hear back, okay, I'm gonna update my team, we're gonna be all ready to go for the 14th, the location looks awesome, it's perfect for what we're looking for. Of course it is, because you asked me for gritty, and I went and shot it in an alleyway. I'm like, yeah, we can shoot here, it's gritty. You know, he's asking details about, what's the parking like downtown? Is there gonna be spots for us to change wardrobe? Things like that. So asking detailed questions, not an amateur at this, fine. Seems kind of legit. Still seems legit, but there's still red flags. Urgh. I don't even know what to do at this point. Everybody seems like a real person. They all show up on Google, but I don't know. It's getting weird. And then about the same time, I hear back from the original person that contacted me. I've emailed you over a contract, take a look at it, sign it, get it back to me, and we'll get you paid. Actually, that was probably one of the best contracts I've ever read. It was very much in my favor. Thought that was a little weird. People usually want unlimited usage or full buyout and want to pay nothing for it. And they're just requesting 1 year of use, website only, and I retain copyright, which they mentioned quite a few times. Never had that one happen before. So we're getting maybe about a week plus out from the shoot date. Getting a little concerned about shooting downtown with a big crew without permits. So I call the Phoenix permit office and check and see if I need permits. They're saying it's editorial, don't need permits. That's gonna save me $100 right there. But at the same time, I'd gotten online and rented a few lenses that I wanted to use on the shoot. I had backup ulterior motives for renting these lenses too. That video's up there, so check that one out. So it wasn't a total waste of money, but I did put a little bit of money into this shoot, and luckily that was the only bit of money that I've wasted on this shoot. All right, so between then and the day before the shoot, there wasn't a whole lot that happened other than just going back and forth with minor details. Nothing significant, so I'm gonna skip that. Day before the shoot, okay, it's February 13th. We're supposed to shoot on the 14th. Like I said, no mention of Valentine's Day. Oh, like so-and-so can't shoot because it's Valentine's Day and they have plans. I really expected that. And then the other thing I thought was weird was it seemed like none of these people were local to Phoenix, and there was also no mention of travel plans. So on the 13th, I get an email from the agency handling the talent, the hair, the makeup, all that jazz. Hey, do you mind if we push the shoot back a few days? I'm a little concerned that you haven't received your deposit check yet, and we need to make sure we get paid up front. But I do have a tracking number for the check. It's on the way, it should be here soon. Check arrived really late on the 13th. Literally all that was in there was a check. So one thing I thought was weird was the check came from Ohio, or was it Iowa? I think it was Ohio. Came from Ohio. This place is supposedly based in New York City. The address on the check was in Colorado. That address also doesn't exist. So at this point, the big red flags for me are the check looks fake as hell, the address doesn't exist, There's no mention of travel plans for anybody. I don't have a whole lot of contact information other than email addresses and one phone number. And they were totally cool with just rescheduling the shoot less than 24 hours out from the shoot date. Man, like this is really weird, okay? Really weird. So February 14th rolls around and I finally get an email, not from the agency, but from the wife of the person at the agency. So I finally get a list of contacts for the whole crew, everybody that's gonna be on the shoot. Open it up, take a look at it. This is the lamest call sheet I've ever seen, but it does give me first and last names. So I start to Google every one of these people. I ended up finding one model. I actually found some contact information for him. I emailed him and I said, hey, were you by chance scheduled for a photo shoot in Phoenix this week? His response was, who are you and how did you get my contact information? Well, yeah, obviously that tells me he was not scheduled for a photo shoot. I couldn't find the other model. I could not find any information on the wife of the person from the talent agency. The hair and makeup person is real. The stylist is real. The driver, nobody to be found. So just like red flags everywhere at this point. I'm about to give up. So one thing that did go in my favor with this is the check was from First Bank. We do have a local First Bank branch. So I went up there, I walked in, I sat down and I said, I'm pretty sure I'm getting scammed. Tell me, is this a fake check? It took her about, let's see. I handed it to her and she's like, yeah, this is fake. Like it's totally fake. Whoever gave this to you is trying to scam you. At that point, okay, problem solved. I was already pretty sure about this, but that just totally confirmed it. So now that this has all happened, I realized I probably should have just hid the fact that I knew that the check was bad and said, oh yeah, I've got your check deposited just to see how this all plays out. But I didn't. I emailed him back and I said, hey, I've had a problem with your check. If you want to proceed with the shoot, I need payment in full via cashier's check. Surprise, surprise, I have never heard a word back from him. So my suggestion to you is definitely research anybody that reaches out to you. Be cautious of anybody who says, oh, you're gonna pay the talent out of your fee and they just want to send you money up front. Man, it's kind of hard because they're spoofing real people and they're pretending to be these other people that are associated with who they say they're working for. So I guess the best thing to do would just, if you get contacted, get on the phone, call up the agency or the company you've been contacted by and just check and make sure these are real people you're dealing with. Especially if emails start going bad or all the emails you're getting emails from are, at Gmail or at Proton and not from at xyzagency.com. So, because if they don't have a website, they don't have a web presence, they don't have a legit email address, something might be funky with it. All right, guys, well, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. I hope this helps you out. I hope you do not get scammed. Like I nearly got scammed. I mean, I did get scammed, but not out of any money. So yay for that. If you guys like this video, hit that thumbs up button down there. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you have been emailed with this same proposition, this same photo shoot, or something similar. I would love to know. Anyway, hit that thumbs up button, leave a comment, hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys next time. So just to sum up, I made a list of weird things about this job, and this isn't even everything. 1, they found me on a workbook. I'm on there, it's all bad information. Speaking of which, I should probably fix that. I haven't shot fashion work in a decade. I don't show any fashion work online. The overall production seemed a bit too large. I mean, there was gonna be a driver, somebody whose sole job was to drive the van. The talent agency was nowhere to be found online. First agency contact email did not work. Second email went bad. Did I mention that? The Gmail went bad. I was to pay the talent out of my own pocket. Also, no mention of shooting on Valentine's Day. No travel itineraries. Okay, the check was bad. There were so many red flags, weird things. So 1 red flag, 2 weird things, 2 red flags, meh. There's like a dozen plus red flags on here. Don't do it. Don't just, off.